that somebody call himself a Christian, he want to come and Trump say he want to come and kill those killing Christians. They become agitated, they become angry, they turn it into homophobia. Morka did not say anything. Morka used apron to kill our people. Parliament Ayotele turn into homophobia. Adeboye begin to he got fidgeted, begin to say he want to give Trump 100, give Tinubu 100 days. All these people, they cage our people too much with Okite. All of them. We remember one certain time, Ebukobi said that they control the mind of their members. You see people coming, graduate coming to Kiss Moto. When the world see all these things, they say these people are still backward. Let's go and colonize them. That is why Islam is entering our land to come and insult us again. You know, Igbo Muslim. All this nonsense must stop. We must choose action to stop this kind of people, not just words, because they cage them strongly. Okay? Exactly. This area, we need to call a spade, call all these pastors out, call them out to stop their nonsense. If my people, can you imagine? Somebody that does not speak to you when you are being killed, tomorrow you go and begin to pay tithe to that person. But those Biafra governments that are doing all the job with our lobbies, you don't care to know how they are being funded. But tomorrow you go and give tithe to a man who is bragging of 3 private jets. Are you okay? You can see that this is not ordinary. We must focus on these people, hammer this truth on them for them to free our people. Morka will use apron to give innocent people, telling them to go and challenge terrorists with ordinary clothes. And when they go and die, you say they don't have faith. But he, Morka, will wear bulletproof on his body and enter bulletproof car and also be guided by armed security men. We must call a spade, my people. Okay, look at what is happening right now. It can never happen in Nigeria. Who will stop it? These people, these criminal pastors, they're claim pastors, they're not pastors. Criminal pulpit bandits. They will condition their mind. They will turn it into Igbophobia. Last time, all of them they said Trump want to come and take oil. Trump want to do this. They say Igbo is the problem of the Nigeria. Yet you are standing on the wall of that is those who want to exit. Let the problem go their way. You still blocking them. And this person will call himself a man of God. A man of God. Tomorrow, every day, they will come and give prophecies. Prophet of doom everywhere. Prophet of doom. All the things Mazen Nanakan have said. But Mazen Nanakan have never called himself a prophet for one day. But he is the real prophet. They will come and do prediction and call it prophets. They're deceiving our people so much. This is the problem. We need to focus. Focus that area. They are the real grassroots agent of divide and conquer. Real grassroots agent of divide and conquer. Why are they using them, politicians? Because they are using them to control the mind of the people. Look at the one that happened in Ghana. Those that Nigeria, that might have not done 10% of what Nigerian criminal pastors are doing, but he's in prison now because that is government that works. They see that the man is a fraudster. They have to do the job immediately without wasting time. But in Nigeria, look at the one that Chris Oka, for all the crime they committed. They sleep with married women, little children, men, everything. Little children lost in place every year. Every year. They cannot look into that. Those who are supposed to investigate it, they are working together. People are suffering, are being intimidated not to speak. Okay? They have people on social media here to support their evil. The one that in Awushi, the full animal in Awushi, in Biafra land, when they will become entered, they say, grandfather is coming, everybody kneel down. Grandfather is coming, everybody kneel down. They are listening to us. Because I expose them, they no longer show that one on video. Okay? This is the full animal in Biafra land, deceiving our people, bragging of 3 private jets. Last time he said he's feeding 2,000 people, that they should praise him. I tell him that you are a slaver. You agent of slaver. You agent of destruction, because somebody who have 3 private jets is supposed to have a factory, at least employer members, but they have 3 private jets. You are giving somebody free food. You are not doing them a favor. You want to turn them to a slave. Yes, because you have what it takes to create job for them to be fishing for themselves and pay their bills. But you choose to give them fish to eat because you want to turn them to alamajiri, to be begging. Okay, that is what they found in the north, in the lab of Fulani feudal system. It's not so in Biafra land. We don't do so. There's no beggar in our land. There's no crime in our land because everybody are busy working, doing something. They want to turn our people to where they beg. They cannot work. You are agent of slavery. We need to cut these people out. I am speaking this with anger because they are the people. I know what I'm saying. If I challenge all of them, if they dig their puppy bandit, if you don't see Okite there, let me be their slave. Dig their nonsense, their core business and their core church, which is not church. You see Okite, they used to kill your people brain. Why are we going to allow that to continue? Why? Let us do something fast because they are the real problem teaching our people. Thank you.
Ịgbọrọ ihe nri na-eri ka akụọlụ gị aka. That is the major problem.
Yes, so two powerful speakers have just aired their points, and you know my tutors, it's a reservoir, so you can't do otherwise other than to listen to her. So I salute you so much, my tutor, for the elaborate submission you've made, and you cover so many areas. That's who you are anyway. Thank you so much. And Mazio Kodinamba, you know, this is your anger. I wish every Biafra will have this anger. Because if all of us have this anger, then it will also make the work easier. Thank you so much. So let's continue. Where we are now, we are going to talk about AUUN coalition. AUUN coalition. Two of them are working hand in hand. There is no difference. We are going to look at how they are colluding to make sure that self-determination is suppressed and it affects us. So you can see that the African Union is not neutral. If anybody tells you that the African Union is neutral, that's a very fat lie. It is a cartel of post-colonial allies. African Union is a cartel of post-colonial allies. What they are doing is the same thing UN is doing, and they are looking at each other, and they work together. See, AU protects inherited borders. Inherited borders, those borders of Berlin Conference. AU is there to protect those borders they inherited, not borders that were created out of consensus of the people or consent of the people. No, that's the same thing we're talking about in territorial integrity. Even though lives are being wasted and genocide is being committed, AU inherited those colonial borders. And they want to keep it as it is, as suffocating as it is, as squeezing as it is, as uncomfortable as those borders are. AU inherited it. And when you inherit something that is not pleasant, are you not supposed to do something about it? They have seen the conflict that these borders are creating all over. Somebody was speaking here and said, you go to Benin Republic, you see Yorubas. Because somebody sat somewhere and said, you belong here, you belong here. And AU inherited it, and they want it to remain as it is. And the result is what we are seeing today. So there is a collision between AU and UN. UN defers African issues to AU. You can see where the collision is. When you go to UN, they will tell you, like a court of first instance, as it were. They will refer you to, as if they don't have jurisdiction over that case. They will refer you to AU. And probably when you go to AU, and you are from West Africa, they will refer you to ECOWAS. So you can see the cartel, oppressive cartel, regional cartel, international cartel, working together to make sure those inherited borders are maintained. So that's why Nigeria could do anything, and nobody will raise an eyebrow. AU will not say anything. ECOWAS will not say anything. And even when they say it, don't mean what they have said. They will just go to the back and say, don't worry, we just said this so that it will look as if we are not keeping quiet. But they go to a closed door, they laugh. So that is what we have been suffering. And that's what Trump is saying. But enough of this. Enough of this. UN blocks indigenous nations. The same thing with AU. That's where they are colluding. AU blocks indigenous nations. Nations that want to emerge naturally, not by force, by consensus, by consent. By people coming together and say, we are the same people. We will do better if we are together. AU will suppress it and say, this is a sovereign nation. This is territorial borders. It should not be tampered with. So we are thanking Donald Trump, who have seen all this, that this bureaucracy, this international conspiracy and silence, while lives are being lost, cannot continue to sustain with American funds, with taxpayers' funds. America should be able to do what they want to do, so long as it serves their interests. So there is no way, if America was waiting for AU or UN, sorry, and they will do what they are doing in Venezuela. Neither will Israel be waiting for UN. UN that does not even want Israel to exist at all. If Israel is waiting for UN, they won't strike the nuclear facilities of Iran. And you can see what US is saying today. They're telling Iranian people, help is coming. And like one of us was saying here, I think it was Tutos, calling on Biafrans in the homeland. The world want to see you do something. Like we always say it, the bereaved. You can't cry more than the bereaved. So very soon you will see what is going to happen in Iran. Help will come. Certainly it will come. So you see that AU blocks indigenous emerging nations. UN hides behind regional leadership. And what does that mean? They will tell you that this is a regional matter. Go to your regional unions and organizations for them to handle it. They know they won't do anything. This is what Biafra have been suffering. And America have seen it. Trump have seen it. And know that America, as a sovereign entity, a sovereign country, should be able to act in the best interest of America without resorting to UN resolutions. Like Tito says, they have 5 permanent members in the Security Council, and each of them has a veto power. Until the 5 agrees on an issue, that issue is going nowhere. Once one of them raises his hand and veto that is the end. It will not see the light of the day. So how long will you continue to operate under that? These are the people that are recognizing terrorist people. I don't want to call them a country, because historically there's no country like Palestine. Historically, there's no country like Palestine. There's no way you can read in history, either in their Quran or in the Bible or in any ancient history, you will see anything Palestine. It's not there. It's not there. Let's not stop deceiving ourselves. Historically, there's no place called Palestine. All you have known is Israel. You see them either when they were slaves in Egypt. They came out. Egypt has never denied that they were slaves in their country before. You saw them delivered. You saw Israel. You saw Jerusalem. You saw Bethlehem. You saw. These are the countries you have always known. There's never you have anything like Palestine, either in the Bible or in the Quran or in any other ancient history. So this is it's what we've been passing through. So when I say UN hides regional behind regional leadership,
The
what do I
same thing
mean?
with the Fulani. No, they our
United Nations avoids taking
territory before.
decisive responsibility on difficult political or security issues by deferring them to regional organizations or neighboring states, even when those actors lack neutrality, capacity, or legitimacy. When you take matters to them, they will defer you to your regional organizations or neighboring states who has no capacity to do what you are asking for, or who are not neutral in the matter. Like Awajendu told the other lawyer to recruit herself because she was partial. When you know that someone is partial in an issue, it's not neutral, and yet you are deferring their case, go back to your region. And that's what we have been suffering. And that's what Nigeria have been enjoying all along. That's what Nigeria have been enjoying all along. Even when that regional organization has legitimacy over the matter, they want to still refer you. They want to still refer you. So in effect, the UN will say, this is a regional matter. Let it remain, let the region handle it. The issue you are bringing to us is a regional matter. Let it be handled by the region, under which jurisdiction is enforced, according to them. How this works in practice? How does it work in practice? Instead of acting directly, the UN will often refer conflict to regional blocs like AU, ECOWAS, Arab League, and the EU. Waits for regional consensus before acting. They want to wait for region, and they know those regional organizations will do nothing. Yet lives are being lost. You remember what happened in this Central African country, where there was a genocide? Was this country about 800,000 people were killed, Hutus and but AU was there. What did they do? And so massive life, great number of lives, genocide was committed. So this is what nations have been suffering and passing through. Indigenous people who want to live together and work together and live their lives according to how nature has created them are being suppressed. And we Biafrans are saying enough is enough. And thank God that help is coming. But we must first help ourselves. That Tito was saying, and Onyeka. We must first help ourselves. Because if Iranians have not done what they are doing, America will not say help is coming. And today, Israel is also preparing to help. So if you need help, you must show seriousness. And so, dear friends, please, dear friends, understand the danger you are in. And this is an opportunity that must not be allowed to slip by. This kind of opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Donald Trump is not a monarchy. It's not a life president. He has only probably 4 terms. And he's already spent about a year. So we must not allow this opportunity to slip. Although it's not only about Donald Trump. America, their policy is their policy. So It's not necessarily because it's Trump. But yet, we have seen what he has done. And if you compare it with what have been in the past, so you can see the difference. So please, dear friends, let us arise. Let there be some noise in the homeland. And like our Honorable Minister was saying yesterday, where is this man called Showere? Showere, you have now shown that you are only after your political ambition. All this noise you have been making. You wanted to use Onyendu to galvanize the Igbos to vote for you in Anambra State. That was all you were fighting for. Toward that election, you began to talk about let's protest for the release of our leader. All you were looking for is to galvanize the Igbos to vote for that Anambra lady. But where are you today when there's an opportunity? If you kill a Protestant today, we will come after you. Where are you? Is it not the time for you to now say, okay, and then there will be a unification? Everybody will join hands. And then the world will hear our voice. Because help is somewhere waiting for whoever will be serious or show seriousness. Where are you, Shore? You can see how selfish you are. You can see that you were only after your political ambition. Will you ever have it? You will not ever have it. Because if you miss this opportunity, Nigerians, if you miss this opportunity to show that you need freedom, you need to be out of this genocide that is going on, you must rise up. And this is the time. There's nothing wrong staying in a diaspora. I'm calling you to rise up. After all, the former Iranian king is where he is and calling these people to continue, gingering them to continue. And even his son is also leading his own voice. So when we are calling like this, you should rise up. We are not making any mistake.
diaspora na support Chobi. Diaspora na
they will only refer you to those incapacitated regional power. They use this mediation as a buffer against blame. This issue of go to your region, go to AU, go to ECOWAS as a buffer against blame. But of course, it's only those who do not understand the game that will say they will not blame the United Nations. Because the purpose for which they were created is there for everybody to see. So the fact that they are referring these matters back to regions does not in any way exonerate them. They remain to be blamed. They remain to be blamed. So this allows the UN to appear engaged while avoiding enforcement or accountability. When you go and they refer you to regional organizations, and it now makes them to appear as if they are doing something about it, whereas they are not. They are not. It made them to appear like they have done something. All they are doing is avoiding enforcement and accountability. So there is a strategic shift. The withdrawal of the US is a strategic shift, power shift. When UN centrally weakens, as it has happened now, when UN centrally weakens, as it has happened now, due to this withdrawal, the AU loses its global megaphone. I want to repeat this. Because of this withdrawal of the United States from some of the organizational affiliates of UN, the AU has lost its global megaphone. And I want to explain what this means. I want to explain what it means in a plain language. The African Union derives much of its international influence from the United Nations system. I'm talking about AU as a result of the withdrawal of US from most of the affiliate organizations of United Nations have lost its global megaphone. And I said, I want to explain this. That the African Union derives much of its international influence from the United Nations system. When the UN's role as the central global decision maker is weakened, as it has happened, when the UN's role as a central global decision maker is weakened, as it has happened, the AU's ability to protect African positions onto the world stage, to project African position onto the world stage also weakens. Also weakens. So Nigeria has lost that evil coverage, evil shield, under which it has been hiding to commit all the atrocities they have been committing. The AU's voice is loud globally because the UN amplifies it. So when AU takes a decision, what happens? UN will tell us, AU have said this. So we stand by what they said. That's what it means. So when they refer you to that AU, and you go there, whatever they decide, so you go back to you, they tell you, oh, if that's what they have decided, that's fine. That's what they stand by. So this weakening of the AU as a central body has caused, weakening of the UN as a central body, global central body, has weakened the megaphone, the global megaphone of the AU. So we stand at a very beautiful period. I tell you, we stand at a very beautiful period. Because the AU's voice is loud globally. Because the UN amplifies it. Remove the amplifier and the sound fades. And that's what has happened. The UN as the amplifier of the megaphone of the AU has been removed. So what will happen now? The sound will fade. The sound will fade. So let's look at self-determination needs no permission. Self-determination needs no permission. It's a natural right. You don't need any permission. This is critical. No oppressed people, no oppressed people need UN permission to exist. You don't need anybody, I'm talking to you or talking to myself. I don't need anybody's permission to be alive. These are natural rights. These are the things US have looked at. That's things Trump have looked at. This central global authority that have been caging people and Muslim voices. If you look at the many resolutions UN have passed against Israel, if you can count them, you can see that they are so numerous. UN resolutions against Israel, they are uncountable. But thank God, like we are saying today, that no oppressed person needs anybody's permission to be alive or to exist. In the same way, no oppressed people needs UN permission to exist. UN must hear this. That's what we are saying. Nobody who is oppressed needs anybody's permission to exist or to be alive. Are there historical precedents to what I've just said? Yes. Yes. Let's look at Bangladesh. Outside the UN consensus in 1971, outside UN consensus in 1971, what happened then? Bangladesh declared independence from Pakistan in 1971 after mass repression. They went through after mass repression. Who intervened? India intervened militarily. India intervened militarily. What followed? Bangladesh functioned as a de facto state long before UN admission. So you don't need anybody's permission to be alive and to exist. Self-determination does not require anybody's permission. It's a natural right. So I've just cited the case of Bangladesh. And the same thing America is doing today. Where you need to intervene, please intervene to save life. Instead of waiting for a group of people that have been bought over by OIC, a conspirator that have been gathered themselves together under one umbrella, and Nigeria is enjoying it as a cover. That cover has been taken away. They have been taken away. So why does this matter to us? Initial recognition came from India, not from UN. Of Bangladesh, it came from India. And that's why they intervened. They intervened militarily. And then sympathetic states, not the UN. Not the UN. And East allies blocked UN acceptance. You can see how when they click, they will gather, and most of them are Arab states. No, Arab states who are secretly longing to take over the whole world. They are just using this palace as a foot soldier, as they're just pushing them, funding them, using them. But they will go and hide themselves as if they are not, they don't know what they are not part of it. That was why that people they were just organized and created there, so that they will be troubling the whole world and they'll be financing them. So Pakistan and its allies blocked UN acceptance of Bangladesh. Reality on the ground forced eventual recognition. And this is the reality we are calling for today. It should be on the ground. There should be a reality on the ground on Biafra land. Something must happen. People who are at the verge of extermination need to do everything within their power to show that they really want to be free. Is it Kosovo, which my tutor has mentioned in her previous space? Is it Kosovo? Unilateral recognition 208. Unilateral recognition, not UN. What happened then? Kosovo declared independence from Serbia. Russia blocked UN Security Council recognition. That's one of the 5 permanent members of Security Council. This is the same UN we're talking about. When they got up on what they want to do, to veto it. So Kosovo declared independence from Serbia, and that was in 208. Russia blocked UN Security Council recognition, and the UN never formally endorsed Kosovo as a state. They never formally. I remember we're talking about Self-determination does not require anybody's permission. Over 100 countries still went ahead to recognize Kosovo. Today, Kosovo operates as a state without full UN legitimacy. Today, we're talking about history here. We're talking about facts. We're not formulating.
We are not hearing from you again, no.
Unu ọka na-anụ ihe ha na-ekwu? Are you guys hearing him? Ọ bụrụ na unu anaghị anụ, ọ bụrụ na unu na-anụ, biko gwanụ m na mụ nwa ahakwa anụ ihe ha na-ekwuzi. Ma ka anyị stọpụ nke a, ka anyị bidogharị ọzọ.
Obi, are you the co-host?
Adị m anụkwa ihe ha na-ekwu. Kwuwe na anyị na-anụ nke gị nwa. Ọ bụrụ na ị nwere maịkị, ngwa na-ekwu nne gaba n'ihu bifo ha bịa, ọ ga-abụ netwọk. Mana ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Okay. Hello, Biafrans. Our host, I think he is suffering from either power failure or network. I greet everybody, and I appreciate all of you. The way that you all always come here to, support what we are doing, knowing that this is our Biafra Government in Exile platform. We have to support each other and do what is needful. My special greetings will always go to our leader, NNAMDI KANU, our Prime Minister, the APM,
Hey, butuo na ha gwogwo sef. Ndewonu. Ndewo. Ị na-anụ ihe a na-ekwu kịta? Ị na-anụ mụnwa? Ị na-anụ my own? Maybe come stop one car. Share, I keep sharing na WhatsApp. At least this one the short. Ha ga-ebido ọzọ. M ga-start queer now na ha bido. They are starting now because able to go this particular one. Ndewo na ụmụnne m. Mana onye si na ya dị anụ ihe a na-ekwu. Ị na-anụ nke mụnwa kịta? Come on from my end, Kosi. If anybody hearing me out of these 30 people watching from different platforms, give me a thumb up. Thumb up. Can we restart the choir, refresh from when he high job well unu miss your opportunity Trump. Ndị Fulani apịawa unu azụ. Chekwatakwa na ọ bụ ọmụwa n'ebe a na ndị na Amerịka na-asọpọtụ Obi ka a ga-egbu. Ọkwa gị nwa nọ n'ụlọ. Enụrụ ihe m kwuru? Karịa ndị ọzọ. Gwa ndị ya dị ụnụ. Maka ndị agha ha asị bịa na Obi kpere unu awụgharịba Trump a na-enene unu ama na ihe niile unu na-eme na ha na-enene. Unu nwa jelikịta na zoo wee chọpụta ihe ndị fọrọnụ. Anyị nwa emego nke anyị ba ije Washington belụ ụnụ akwa kwuo ihe a na-eme ụnụ tinye ego nke anyị. Ngị nwa ihe ọ dịzịrị gị nwa bụ iwere ego nke gị ebe ị nwere ike iwere 30,000 naira each shop na main market wee tinye n'aka ndị Fulani ga-abịa gbuo gị. Si na ị na-akwụ tax for what? Onwe onye mepere gị shop ka onwe onye kwụrụ gị ụgwọ shop ka onwe onye kpọnyere gị ahịa. Mana a na-ekwu since bịanụ sọpọtụ freedom unu kwechiri na-eche ka ọ bụrụ ndị Amerịka ga-eweta ya na Nnamdị Kanụ si gị. Nnamdị Kanụ sizie gị na ndị Amerịka ga-sponsor ya. Ndị Amerịka jụzie ịgba nkịtị egbufuo gị. egbuo nne gị taa ị na-eche ndị Amerịka, egbuo nna gị echi ị na-eche ndị Amerịka. Tiger Base abịa kpụrụ nwanne gị nwoke kpụrụ nwanne gị nwaanyị besịsịa ha helesi ndị chinko ịgba nkịtị. Ọ bụrụ na ị kele na 30,000 naira half cents tinye n'ime granọt a na-egotelu ndị na-achịkwa gị, anyị aka analugo ihe ndị a na-eche, ndị amị na-eche bụ ka imesibe ihe ike ka ha wee kwụrụ gị n'azụ. Ọ na ha amaghị ebe awa men nọ? Ọ ihe ị ga-ajụ onwe gị. Kedu ihe mere na ha anaghị ekwu okwu against them? Because ha sọpọtụrụ anyị, ha ma na anyị na-azụ onwe anyị. They know where they are. They are supporting us because they know exactly what we are doing. It's our legal right. Kedu ihe ji gị ga were ego nke gị sọpọtụọ gbara isi onwe gị? Ka ọ bụrụ na Biafra land, if na your village, then they bury 501 people where then they bury in that north, in Kaduna, in Benue, in Jos. How many people go remain? Christmas. Go and check that village today and know if they're enjoying any Christmas. Imanana go ni ho go for the abolo ya hakuben akwa ekucha. Onwa hakube dị na ngị ka a ga-egbu na ọ bụ homo. Na you then go buy, na you then they harvest their organ for Tiger Base. No be me. Ki we che no mo ka ị na-eme. Ị nwere ego ịkwụ 30,000 in each shop. In how many billions? I'm going to some market on it. Kekuzie market aba. Kekuzie nke dị n'Enugu. Kekuzie nke dị all the 40 states of Biafra land. Kicheno so nke ndị Ọnịcha nke ahụ nọ n'ime ya ka ebele na-emela ụnụ. Unu megide ihe a. Ikegwu m nkolapsụ ọ hapụrụ n'ihe a. Unu ekute ya ọfụma. Ị mara onye ga-akwudo otu nsi wee kwudo, ọ bụghị itu ọnụ. The strength God gave me for this, your family put together again me. Tinye ego, tinye health, ha tinye ọrụ, ha tinye time, ha tinye ihe niile. Ị bịa na comment na ede nonsense maka Fulani mụta gị na bai. Check all of them. Ndị niile na-ede bad comment dịka anụ ọhịa si na ahịa Fidelia Oromoka from Facebook calling his mama Froster. Jaha cheke hụ na ndị Fulani mụtara ya. A na-ekwu onye ọbụla na-edobere ndị Fulani kpekuse ihe ọbụla ịmụrụ ma gị ma nwa ahụ ịmụrụ ma onye tụwa gị ime ha, anyị na-achụ na gị ugwu Hausa maka na you don't have space in our land. You don't. And nothing like a Fulani Muslim, Amusa Igbo Muslim in our land, Biafra Muslim in our. I want to get ihe m kwuru. Ọ bụrụ na unu ga-listen to my ngeme ya na TikTok wee wetie. Ngeme ya na TikTok wee tụsa ya ebe niile maka nke a bụ sọ Facebook na YouTube. Ndị Hausa ga-eri gị ka chingom. Anyị ma na ha apụtago, aga m emechi nke a. Share na ya to WhatsApp ọ ihe njem ya short. Ha kwuru okwu 1 hour anyị akwụsị ya. Tụsa ya ebe niile. Ndewo nwanne m for confirming that you are hearing me at least. Ka man from their end ka problems. Ka anyị cheke ma na ha bịago. And I ga-akwụsị nke a. Tụsa anya, share anya to WhatsApp group. Ihe anyị chọọ bụ freedom, anyị achọghọ obi terere nte ma ọ bụ political solution ndị nzama DOS ma ọ bụ ndị mkpụrụ mmiri. Ịmara onye jelu Washington kpọta Trump kịta ebe niile ji agbagharị ije support ya. Ịma na ihe anyị chọọ bụ nwere onwe. Biafra don't have any space for Fulani terrorists and their religion. Ị ghọtara ihe m na-ekwu? Ihe ọbụla anyị kwuru ebe a tụsa ya to all WhatsApp group everywhere. They will cry. BLOOD. Ha niile na-abịa na ya our platform. Do we go to terrorist platform? Do we go to Afonja platform? Showore ejugo unu wee shine ya mgbe ọ sị na ọ na-eje akpọpụta NNAMDI KANU ka o wee nwee more followers. If you are listening to me, go and unfollow him. Go and unsubscribe to his page. Sahara Desert bụ a terrorist page. Terrorist supporter. Ihe ha ji unu eme ka ha were unu build cha platform ka ha wee nwee ike pụta for campaign. Ka unu wee dị confused. Ndị ga-support Showore okwu NNAMDI KANU, ndị ga-support Obi na anyị chọrọ Igbo, ndị Igbo chọrọ ketekpa gbagwa gị si dị thunder fire your generation. Ndị nwụrụ anwụ ehigo nne n'ihe ahụ. Many people have died in this our thing. Anyị adịkwa achị nweta ga-enweta Trump, I will tag Trump or track. I got track how many of you. Your location and your details will show. Onye si na ihe anyị na-eme enweghị isi ya isi ka o nwee isi by force. Chineke ga-agọzi ụmụ Biafra niile na-eke n'ohe na afọ na nkwọ ise